Hilfiger. Nigga. This is the Star Report. Monday evening, I am your host, Mr. Terrain, PKA Big Nigga, tapping in, okay? Late start, but I have a what I consider to be a matter of concern or a good reason. I'm feeling slightly sick again. I just got over the goddamn flu or some type of bug. It wasn't COVID. Prior to me going to New York, and I feel a little drained again. Now, I just finished up a box of Tamiflu. This is a second box, right? And I've got some type of steroids that they gave me. This is the second bottle of steroids, and I've got 2 bottles of the amoxicillin, stuff for the viruses and bacteria. I was at Publix supermarket today. Catch this before we get into the topics and everything else. I was at Publix supermarket today. Who did I see? Who saw me? Mammy. And Mammy said to me, "Hey, mister, you look healthy." That's what she said. I gave her my standard reply as I looked back at her and I said, "There's no rest for the wicked." She then said, "I know that's right." Now, folks, I don't subscribe to mysticism, as you know, so her putting a root on me in the traditional sense would not work. But there's all sorts of biological warfare now that people do, people that we don't take notice of, and they can touch you as Mammy did to me before I went to New York. Remember, she touched me on the back. I'm in Publix, and she said, "Hey, whoa, where you been?" Anyway, some type of root. So I may want to talk to some of you this evening who may have gone through something, or if you know someone who has checked out behind a root or some type of spell, all right? Okay, I'm feeling good. Otherwise, I want to talk about some of these topics. Yes, we're getting to the Brooklyn pastor. Just sit tight. Feds ran down. We'll get to him shortly, but my showrunner, black British woman, fell to her knees and crawled to King Charles. And now this story is a couple of days old, somewhere in North London. I was trying to get the details. Some type of restaurant, King Charles, who's got those fucked up teeth. He touched her as she crawled to him, giggling, feeling full of life. She had the God complex. That's called a God complex. She saw King Charles. Is she Jamaican? Is she some type of British subject? Or citizen, I don't know what they call him now. Maybe that's an old term, British subject, I don't know. But is she Jamaican? Good evening, troll babies. Is she some type of African? And salute to Dr. Shola Moss. You guys know who that is? Shola Moss 1 on Twitter. Oh, she goes hard. She is a anti-monarchy activist. She has been dogging this black woman out, calling her all sorts of slaves and so on and so forth. Dr. Shola Moss, she goes on Piers Morgan's show quite often, or whatever show he has now. She's an author. She's an activist. You guys know who that is? Dr. Shola Moss. Lit that woman up like a Christmas tree on Sunday morning, okay? So that's my showrunner for now. We've got another showrunner coming up with the Brooklyn pastor. But my main story this evening, Master P and Romeo are going at it. Master P, I've met Master P on multiple occasions. The first time I met him or saw him was it must have been 88 or 89, here in Atlanta at the old Jack the Rapper conventions. That was a music convention of entertainment and industry black folk who used to get together. And he was, I forget what hotel it was downtown, he was passing out cassette tapes. He was standing right in the fucking lobby. And I was working for WEA at the time, Warner Electra Atlantic. And I always reminded him of that because it stood out in my mind that he was so just hands-on and such a good businessman and a hustler. Anyway, so he and I have history. Some of you may or may not remember. I started playing, amongst other, obscure songs in my early days of radio. What was that song with Romeo and Solange? Was it called True Love? Deeds, can you do me a favor if you have time, if you're out there? I think it was Lil Romeo and Solange, Beyonce's little sister. At the time, they were very young, Lil Romeo and Solange. And I started playing this song. The station didn't have it in rotation, Hot 97 at the time. And I liked the track. They both came on my show at different times as guests, And Master P was banned from the station at that time, Hot 97. But I said, hey, I got to have this guy up here, Lil Romeo. And Master P waited downstairs in a van. And he trusted me to interview Lil Romeo. Because I was loose in those days on the radio. Hang on a second, okay, somebody sent me a text. Yeah, well, whatever year that was. It was very early. So anyway, so there's history there. I appreciate and respect both of these guys, but Lil Romeo has been clapping at his father, claiming he just got his first paycheck for rap snacks. After all these years, what has it been, like 12, 13 years? Good evening, Troll Babies. If anybody remembers that year, please let me know. Okay, somebody's commenting on my brand new Hill figure. Yeah, I just pulled this out of the box today. Brand new, hate if you must, huh? I have three. This one, a gray one, and a blue one. I had a business luncheon earlier. So, this is regular shit for me, cardigans, white shirts, yada, yada, yada. So that's my top story. They're going at it. This sparked, pardon me in case you don't know, DJ Twitch, Ellen's former DJ, when he passed away, Master P put up a post on Instagram, RIP, and it triggered something in Lil Romeo's head because he lost a sister, one of Master P's daughters, maybe his only daughter, I forget, to some type of fentanyl overdose. She was depressed, may have been suicidal, I forget. Okay, Deed says Deed said, you know the year of that song with Lil Romeo and Solange? And I think it was called True Love, if you can just confirm that, please. What was I saying? So these two guys are going at it, triggered by Master P making that comment on his Instagram page about DJ Twitch, who's gone now. Lil Romeo claps, at his father. Goes in on him hard. Pow! I've got all the notes, but I just want to go off the head here for a second. The Shade Room posts something that they thought Master P was talking about Lil Romeo, making reference to the devil. Lil Romeo claps back again. Pow, 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 pow. Talking about Master P's broke. And he's now broke for having to pay his father's taxes. Damn! Now, Master P wants all of us to, give the family their privacy, yada, yada, yada. But, well, listen, Master P, I'll fuck with you, homie. You've always been respectful to me, but this is social media. He's on Instagram heavy. So you can't do one thing and then tell us to fall back and mind our business. And Troll Babies, anybody see Master P sitting there in his beautiful home? And he's talking about the situation between he and his son, Lil Romeo, who's in his early 30s. And he's got a box of cereal right there. So he's still promoting. The hustle never stops. Okay, now, I've also got some long-ass, lengthy post that little Romeo put up. I'll try and read it. Hopefully it's not written in Ebonics. Give me a little time. He wants to thank James and Taylor of Rap Snacks for seeking the truth and doing proper business. This year I will get my first Rap Snacks check and finally start receiving my earnings from my bags. Says he's been working and promoting Rap Snacks for free for 15 years. He was under the assumption that they owned it, he and his father. I don't know. Child, this is messy. Hey, also, thank you to a couple of people who sent me emails with regards to the YSL debacle. Somebody else took a plea deal, yes? Hold on a second, let me get set up. Running a little late today. At times I feel drained, and then there's times I feel good. I'm trying to pick up the pace here. But thank you to you guys who sent me emails with regards to somebody else now from YSL has taken a plea deal. How many is that now? 4 people? Run, Kevin Lyles. Run, girl. They're coming, honey. Oh, my God. Hang on a second. There's another YSL member. Oh, Lil Duke takes plea deal. Troll babies, who is Lil Duke? Is this number 4 now? And they're all agreeing that YSL, Young Stoner Life, is that what it is? I forget. YSL, Slime Gang. They're all agreeing in their plea deals that YSL is a gang. And I'm not going to go back into the definition of a gang. Hold on a second. YSL, also known as Young Stoner Life Records. Young Stoner Life Records, okay? Wow, so they're all saying it's a gang. That's going to be heat. That's going to be heat, and that's all I'll say for right now, okay? Thank you. Hi, Patrice, I got your email. Yeah, I don't really know about Pusha T. He stepped down from good music. I don't give a shit. I really don't, but thank you just the same, right? Guys, sit tight on the phones. Marincia, got your donation. Yes, I'll be back in New York either the last week of January or the first week of February, depending on the snow. And I'll be on Sirius XM radio this time. That's all I'm going to say. And I may be wearing some $1,800 Balenciaga boots. Just give me some time. I'll figure it out later, okay? Gang Silver, I've got your donation. Thank you so much. Jungle Bunnies loves massa Jamaicans. Can a Jamaican please call in right now? Now! And explain that to us. I'll let you talk. We need to hear from you, especially if you're one of those talking about Americans shouldn't get reparations, yada, yada, yada. They've been mentally enslaved. Mentally enslaved. Indentured servitude was slavery as well. And there was physical slavery in Jamaica. You've heard me speak about Derby's dose, in case you don't know, okay? But yeah, let's get somebody on the line early, all right? Monster the Animal got your donation. I got some low mileage pussy coming through. Charge. Okay. Ooh. Speaking of low mileage coochie, I think Shorty's on to me, the one that I met in Macy's. Yeah, I think she knows I'm not Wallow. I mean, I was going to tell her before, she gets it twirling around in those fucking heels, but I think she's on to me. I'll tell you about that later, okay? And thank you for your donations early in the live chat. PG Davidson, respect Big Dog from Boston. Okay, Beantown tapping in. And Darryl, I got your donation as well. Star, do you still do consultations? If so, how much? I can, but shoot me an email, okay? And then we'll talk about that. I appreciate your donation. I want somebody on the line early with regards to the Jamaican or whatever she was bowing down crawling to King Charles. Good evening. Are you there? 973? 973.
Salute, big nigga. It's your boy Jay Bandit, man.
My nigga, how you feel, man? Good to hear from you.
I'm maintaining, man. Just left some shorty with low mileage coochie couch. You know, I'm walking to the car right now.
Okay, are you up to speed on the topics,
yeah,
Jay?
Are you
up
to speed? Live.
You up to speed on the topics? Topics.
The topic? Nah, I don't know what the topic is. I just saw your notification. I called.
Okay, call me later. So I'm working, Jay the Bandit. Call me later. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a good nigga. He's not a full sponsor, you know, but he's in the community section. You saw the notification. I'm trying to keep a level head right now, folks. Please, this is work, and especially tonight. I don't feel that well. Please, the topics are on the screen. Calling about okay, Florida boy Jay tapping in. Okay, let's get to the topics. All right. There he is. Oh shit. FBJ tapping in. Good to hear from you on a Monday night.
Dar.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, big nigga, we gotta figure out why these non-FBA mammies are falling and weeping to their knees for the Caucasoid king, and also these ungrateful, spoiled black babies that grow up to be black boys, not men.
Let's go.
Romeo and Bow Wow.
Let's go.
Tell me where you want to start first. There's a lot to talk. Where are we starting at first?
I don't like the fact that Lil Romeo took a shot at his father. He knows his father is a hustler. He's never shied away from that. That's how he's gotten to where he is, brought the family to where they are. Everybody has ups and downs. So, I mean, but I want to respect Romeo as well. What do you think?
This is what I think. I think one of the hardest things as a parent, especially as a highly successful parent, is try to instill the same work ethic that took you out of the gutter into your spoiled, rotten kid who's sitting around in Balenciaga and riding around in Benzes and having Sweet 16s on TV. So for the situation we're talking about, so little Romeo, him and his dad, just like most Hollywood kids, anytime the parents' money's slowing down, they don't got the paper used to, the kid starts turning on the parent. You start saying, "Oh, I never got paid for this. You took my rap money and paid your taxes off. Son, I brought you into this world and gave you a career. I'm paying those taxes off because that's what I'm supposed to do with the bag. You went to ICDC college and USC and got a degree. Why are you still expecting a handout and a check from your dad? You were successful. You've been on a TV for that not loving hip hop, for the growing up in hip hop thing. You've had more than enough opportunities, actor, to flourish and not still be on your dad's payroll. And for the fact that you want to call him out is another example of being an ungrateful child. But you know who the first person that told us Master P was broke? Was Whack 100 a couple months ago. And everybody played him off.
Well, no, listen, I'm not giving him any credit. I don't give a fuck about Whack 100 claiming Master P is broke. That's none of Whack 100's fucking business. Whack 100 can get smoke on his microphone too. I'm nobody's fan. You know, fuck what he said. Let me just say that. I want to focus on these two, a father and a son. And a lot of times, a boss doesn't have to show the son, the wife, the daughter, what the fuck I'm working with. I'm the boss. You know, you eating off of the yield of my labor. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the fact that, I thought Dad owned Rap Snacks this and that. I seen the clip. He was promoting his little Rap Snacks when he was a kid on 106 in Park. What I'm saying is the deals your dad has, the brands that he signs, you've been standing here with him in lock and step all these years, showing the cereal, the snacks, the suits, everything hunky-dory. Now you want to turn. Even if your dad was on some janky stuff, He has put you in enough rooms where you are going to be able to conduct business and be able to establish relationships off of being in those rooms. Yeah. Just because your dad was in there talking to the CEO doesn't mean you weren't able to talk to the CEO. Just because your dad got the bag doesn't mean you couldn't sign a deal and got your bag yourself. So to wrap this topic up, all you're seeing is another ungrateful, spoiled black child who doesn't understand what their father did to put him in a position.
Yeah. I'm trying to be objective here, but at the same time, I don't have biological kids, so I don't know what that is to have a son or a daughter talk reckless and disrespect you publicly, and then Master P has now made another video apologizing to Lil Romeo, telling him he loves him. I'm not one of them type. You disrespect me, fuck you and the womb that you came from. I'm that type. So I give him a lot of credit, but in reality, maybe my opinion is not the best here because, you can love someone, but at some point, you have to say, hey, do I like you? If I don't like you, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Child, wife, cousin,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to chime in on the Brooklyn pastor? He's been arrested, federal charges, wire fraud, lying to the feds. They got him on a whole lot of shit. I have the U.S. attorney announces arrest of Lamar Whitehead right here in front of me. Extortion as well. Jesus. Are you up to speed?
Yeah, a black pastor is scamming. Who would have thought, right? The unthinkable. Yeah, they got the
allegedly scamming. We don't know. Allegedly, we don't know.
Allegedly, yeah. The feds did a sweep right before the holidays, like they always do. Mm-hmm. Bishop Whitehead should have been getting low once he started going viral. Because once you start going viral, you got everybody looking in, just like with Frank Lucas in a mink coat, just like BMF. Anytime y'all here stunting, fronting, you know what I'm saying, with Balenciagas on, with the Fendi in your car, driving the drop top, you think niggas ain't about to call their job, aka the police, and start snitching? It's our favorite. It's the one thing black people know how to do is tell on each other. So the feds are coming down on him. He's gonna have to take some type of plea deal. He's gonna start probably telling on the people who set him up on the scamming deals allegedly, and he's getting packed up, rightfully so. And I can't wait to see all the people who called him out. Salute to a Gift and the Curse podcast. So I'm about to be on in a minute.
Okay.
People calling him out. He tried to sell out. He tried to put charges on people, cease and desist. A request out on everybody just for them to be proven right with what he's been doing in the community, and I hope they take him off the streets because he's the reason why a lot of us...
I'm going to jump in and say, sir, we don't know what he's been doing in the community, nor do you. He's only been charged. He has not been convicted, so let's slow it down on my platform. Okay?
Right.
He's not been convicted.
Right. All I'm going to say is for the image he portrays is the same issue that a lot of us have with the black church. You're doing a lot of stunting and fronting more than you're actually spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And that's my issue with Bishop Whitehead. Okay.
Good to talk to you, Florida Boy Jay.
So, hey, before I go,
yes, sir.
Perspectives Facts podcast will be going live after Star Report goes off. So go ahead in the community section, subscribe to the channel, and get updated. Star, you have a wonderful show. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Florida Boy Jay tapping in. Yeah, folks, I'm not scared of anything or anybody. As you see, I can put my foot on the gas at any given fucking point. But I'm more so concerned about teaching younger broadcasters, media, social engineers, people coming up to do radio. You don't just say somebody's been scamming or doing this if you cannot prove it. This man's been charged. He's not been convicted. So no, I'm not going to sit here and attack him. That's not who we should be as journalists. Or even bloggers or vloggers, social engineers. If he's convicted, that's one thing. Right now, he's just been charged. I happen to know personally the press in New York City and the New York tri-state, they do amp up the set, and they can lie on you and add shit to make it seem like you've been doing wrong. I know personally, I've experienced it. But he has been arrested. For those who want to chime in, feel free to call in or email, Cash App, PayPal, what have you. Also, Daryl sent in a nice Cash App. Black women will crawl for a white man, but not black. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people have. I know I did. With regards to the black woman who crawled to King Charles. A lot of people felt like, damn, does my wife, girlfriend, or, would they crawl for me like that? Should they? Maybe I can't answer that question. Some of you can. Would you like to chime in? Why did she crawl to King Charles on her knees? What is in her mind? Traditionally, how has she been programmed? Or, objectively speaking, is there a greatness that goes with being Caucasian? Objectively speaking. Is there a greatness? Is there a more fondness for lighter complected skin, or even the white ideal, white living? I mean, let's be objective as much as we can. Especially wherever she's from, North London. Oh, they're bleaching like crazy. Jamaicans are the main ones bleaching. Me, I bleach. Some of their biggest dance hall artists have been bleaching and have made careers off of it. Vibes Cartel comes to mind, all right? Terrence, I got your donation. How are you? The Brooklyn Bishop was on some Harlem shit. We're going to find out. He's friends, quote-unquote friends, with Mayor Eric Adams, and the mayor of New York City cannot save him. For those who don't know, the feds who handle the New York tri-state area do not work in unison with the police most of the time. It's very, very tense, their relationship. It has been over the decades, centuries, if you will. I wouldn't be surprised if the mayor is now being looked into for some things. Troll Babies, is the mayor now in New York City, is he a former Supreme Team member? Hold on a second, Mayor. He was in that trash-ass documentary. Why was he in the documentary? I mean, I know he had a past that's not so clean, but he was in that trash-ass Supreme Team documentary. Something about extorting a stripper when he was younger. Who just sent in a donation? Thank you. ED209OCP. This spectacle comes after another mammy was racially abused over at Buckingham Palace a few days ago, and she got a public apology from the palace. Suspect timing for this woman on her knees. I disagree, sir. You say a mammy was racially abused at Buckingham Palace? I don't think she was. I think, if I remember correctly, whoever that woman was she one of the Queen's assistants? She kept asking the black woman, where was she from? Where was her lineage, her history, right? And the black woman kept saying, I'm British. And she said, no. Where's your family from? Like what part of Africa? If I'm correct, how the fuck is that racially profiling or abusing someone? You speak English, but your family is from where? What part of Africa? Sudan? The Serengeti? I think we are. I mean, if I'm right, if that's what happened. Okay. Someone says just a mammy overreacting. Yeah, you know. Oh, I'm offended. I'm born in Wales. Okay. Anyway, hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm promoting some of my sponsors tonight. 813, sit tight. I'm coming to you. 813, sit tight, please. On the screen, guys. On YouTube, check out Jersey's Concrete. Great channel, okay? Great channel. He called in the other day, and they're going to get him back on the line as well. Let me just say this before we continue on with the show with regards to Master P and Romeo, okay? Romeo is 33 years of age, and I'm not going to clown him, but at the same time, he has lived a life of wealth all his life. I remember those early Lil Romeo videos. He had his own little Benz. Anybody remember this? His own little house next to the mansion. He's been eating high off the hog for decades. Okay, so you had to help your dad pay off the taxes. What was it, cribs? Living lavish. And he was a very nice kid when he came on my show, the Star and Buckwald Show. And again, Master P had to wait downstairs because he was banned from Hot 97. I forget what the reason was, but and then Solange. I don't know how old she was at the time. She was like a preteen. I told the story before, and her father, Matthew, knows. Solange was about to like jump up and like chin check me because I was like, getting at Beyonce about, just a bunch of things. But I think Beyonce had a Popeyes chicken endorsement deal, and I was saying you couldn't see Beyonce's kneecaps because she's eating so much chicken. And Solange was about to like, bow, bow, bow. But I was playing the song, so. Area code 813, good evening, are you there? 813.
Yes, sir. It's Real Tampa in the building. How you doing?
Hey, what's up with you, man? We're talking about Master P, the Brooklyn pastor, Mammy, crawling on her legs, knees. Where do you want to start?
Listen, let's start off with the coon, groveling at the knees.
Yeah.
You're talking to a person who's half Jamaican. So I got aunties that's over there in London that's from Jamaica that been cooning for years. They've been cooning all 60 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing but coon talk.
Okay.
That's all it is. Niggas love to say coon, but they don't really know what a real coon is. A coon will get out on their knees and do what she did. You dig what I'm saying?
She crawled.
Romeo.
She crawled. In
She
2022.
crawled like pre-K. 2022. This is at the fourth quarter of 2022.
Right.
Ain't that a bitch? Listen,
come on.
Romeo is a bitch. He's always been a bitch. He never had any no New Orleans accent. He never took on nothing that his dad had.
Okay.
And he's always, man, listen, I'm in the words of the great Troy Terrain.
Okay.
It's got to be a boy. It's some boy around. It's a boy.
No, but hang on a second. I don't want to put that on him because we don't know about that. But now you're right.
We don't know.
He never faced the struggle that his father did. And again, I remember him. I think it was MTV Cribs or one of those shows. Somebody said in the live chat. He came up with his own little Benz, his own little house. I remember
he was
this
wood
shit.
grain gripping.
Wood grain gripping. That's right. Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Like he was the arch nemesis of Bow Wow.
Yeah.
People forgot about that. Like they literally had their little battle. Like that. He's been living high on the hog. He's 33 years old. Many niggas at 33 years old would never get a chance. Mamas wouldn't even listen to him. Hey, let's get back to him and his daddy, right? Everybody know in the black community especially if you poor, you gotta do whatever daddy say. We going over here to get some money, and we going to do this to gather up the money. He knew the whole shebang. He's just trying to pull it out because now it's in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I didn't Google. Maybe I should. Didn't he have his own show on Nickelodeon? Maybe I should Google and pull up
That Little Romeo show.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Little Romeo.
That boy was set.
Yeah, Little Romeo. Let me.
The Little Romeo show.
He probably grew up in California. I mean, I know Master P had the house with the gold and all that shit somewhere in New Orleans, but you know, at some point,
right?
They moved out west. Percy Romeo Miller.
He started playing basketball.
Right.
DeMar DeRozan, because
Right.
he was cool with DeMar DeRozan. That's the only reason why he was even getting in those camps, because they play AAU together. Let's remember.
Basketball career, modeling career, acting career.
Come on.
Filmography, awards
They
and
were selling
nominations.
expensive shoes.
Damn,
Thank you.
Hang on, I'm looking at Billboard Awards, Kids' Choice Awards, favorite male singer.
He got no choice.
Nice.
He has no excuse
Yeah.
to be hollering over his sister when the daddy even said when the sister was alive, hey, we need to get you some help. She like, no, I don't want to do it. Oh, but I think we need to get you some help. He was trying to get her help. He acknowledged it. But you know, they've been trying to beat Master P this whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? Who not better to do it than his son?
Right.
You know.
Hey man, I appreciate the call. I'm gonna slide off, man. Have a great night. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm looking at all of Little Romeo's awards. Wow. Golden Raspberry Award, Urban Film Festival 2019. I got the Hookup 2 Image Awards, nominated back in 2005. On the flip side, did Master P have him under a mind control? Let's be objective here. Even though I like Master P, did he pimp out his son, Troll Babies? Did he pimp the little nigga, huh? Did he see in him a quality of his mother more so in DNA, not necessarily like, that New Orleans hustling, fighting type of time, And then he's, man, I got to pimp this little nigga. I love him to death, but I got to put him out there on Front Street, He's not a fighter, objectively speaking. A lot of the parents pimp the kids. Guys, sit tight on the phones. Big IKEA, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Hi, Pamela. Is it Pamela? Pamelencia? Got your donation. Thank you, young lady. Okay, you like my sweater? Yeah, I've got a box in the other day. For the Tommy Hilfiger Corporation. Oh! And I got a new fly-ass coat. It's on the way. I put a call in today. I saw something I liked because I'll be back in New York late January, early February on Sirius XM Radio. So I'm putting the outfit together now. Thank you for your donation, young lady. Okay. Nigga from Kent Street. Oh, shit. That's down there in Durham. Hold on, let me read this. Star, we banned you from North Carolina. Your road trip never came close to coming to Kent Street. I was one of the kids who ran you out. Sir, I'm not from Durham. You mean when I was passing through? Now, hang on a second. That was cute. Are you the kid who I hit in the head with the horseshoe? Bang! In the early 70s? And then I hauled ass. You one of those kids? Oh, I hit you first. I didn't wait for you. Big Ikey says they don't want to answer where they're from when they get caught cooning. That's when they throw out the We's All Black card. Nah, claim your lineage. Right. Old Taku. Have you ever heard that song Beth by Kiss? And did you like their music growing up? Absolutely. Peter Criss, the drummer, sang Beth. Yeah. Classic. Monster hit. Yeah. I liked Kiss when I was a kid. I had, a couple of Kiss posters, but I can't say that I was like a huge Kiss fan because, they were like a novelty act in my opinion. Gene Simmons was a decent bass player. Ace Frehley was strong. Never met any of them. In fact, it was my first concert I ever went to, Madison Square Garden. I have a huge Kiss plaque somewhere here. They were cool, but I lost track of them, or I stopped caring. Early 80s, I was like, okay, I'm done. This is over. But thank you for your donation. Lamar, the West Indian coon is far different from the FBA coon. Really? Would you care to explain, sir? Thank you for your donation. Big Aki also says, where's all those jollof eating niggas at? Y'all always have something to say about FBAs. Go get your ashy knee queen. You funky spear-chucking tethers. Damn. Big Aki also says, and I'm glad they got high, flashy, jiggy, jigaboo in the Riddler. In the Riddler suit, pardon me. Lock that Ricky Smiley. Okay, Ricky Smiley and I are very cool. Looking ass nigga up and toss the key. Okay. Thank you, Big Aki. Hold on, guys. Who's on the line? Who's texting me? Oh, that's the man I want to talk to. Hang on a second. Yes, sir. Mo Fax, good to hear from you, sir, on a Monday night.
How you doing, Star?
I'm good, man. Great to hear from you. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Master P.
Okay.
As a father,
okay,
if my son ever went on social media and embarrassed me in that way after everything I've done for him, I'm not replying back on social media. I'm pulling up to your house.
Okay.
There's a time and a place that a father needs to put his hands on his grown son.
Yeah.
And that's that time and that place, especially after everything Master P done went through. You know what I'm saying? Not to let him have the same life that Master P had.
Right.
And this is a problem that these kids have with their fathers. They want to judge them. But if your father gave you a better life than he had, that's a job well done. So I have a real problem with that.
I agree.
And I'm disappointed in Master P to reply back on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the elder. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to handle that behind the scenes, offline. But I have a question to ask.
Yeah.
Is Master P the new Joe Jackson?
They might try and make him out to be that now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna try to make him the toxic, overbearing, like star dad, and like he just like you were saying before, you alluded to the mind control kind of thing. He basically groomed his kids to feed off of them, and I see this being set up this way with the media.
Well, now hang on a second. I did ask the question objectively speaking because my show is about the objective perspective. Parents can live vicariously through their children at times. We've seen many examples. Gary Coleman, going back to the 70s. There were so many child stars who their parents took most of their earnings, and they lived horrible lives. When they got into their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and some of them died horrible deaths. So we have the right to at least explore, even though, culturally, many of us can appreciate and understand what Master P did for Little Romeo and his other children. Did he mentally mold him, and now maybe maybe little Romeo is finally coming out of that molding. What do you think?
That could be the case. Like I'm saying, I see how they're trying to paint Master P. They got the daughter passing away. You know, that lends to the story that the little Romeo is trying to state. And I just don't like calling your father out. If you got a problem with your father, pick up the phone and talk to him. You put in family business. See, this is one thing black people, we used to say, whatever happened in his house, stay in his house. And of course, there's certain scenarios where you should go outside to authorities or whatever. But if it's just family business, you handle family business inside the house, because nobody wins in this situation. Master P's legacy is tarnished, and now people are feeling some kind of way about little Romeo because he appears to be a spoiled brat. You know what I'm saying? That's what side I'm leaning on. That whatever your father did, like I said, if your life was better than his, that's a job well done. I mean, does Master P even know his father? You see what I'm saying? That's the question we got to ask. So, yeah, because just like I said, as a father, I don't like that. And moving on to the mammy though. Oh my God.
Come on, Mo. Come on.
It was the squeal for me. It wasn't just the crawling.
Yeah.
She squealed and threw her head back. But see, it was a lot of women doing the same kind of squealing for Meghan Markle when she was marrying into that family. Now you can't find them. You see what I'm saying? They was all in the, oh, Meghan, she's got a real one. Oh, Harry, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't trying to hear that. Y'all hold that L. Y'all see how that royal family is running Meghan allegedly through the mud. You know what I'm saying? You don't marry into that family you think you were going to get acceptance. Allegedly, I got to be very careful. Allegedly, they've done Harry this way because they don't see him as blood. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that family is very protective over there who gets into it, and they will never see black Brits as Brits. I don't care how much tea and crumpets, you know what I'm saying, you eat, you will never be a Brit in their eyes because a lot of white folks ain't Brits in their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Now, hang on a second, Mo, because most people, not just most black people, haven't studied the rulers of Europe prior to what we now know by way of propaganda as the great white rulers. Most people don't know about the Moors and how they ruled, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But let me ask you a question. Objectively speaking, you are a proud, man of color. You beautiful family. Might there be some type of white uniqueness? A white uniqueness, and I'm not even sure if that's the right word, that people see. But black people, some black people, coons, let's say coons, see in white people. They want to be a lighter complexion, straighter hair. I mean, we have to look at, America here. Many, not all, many black women like their hair to be straight, not natural. What do you think?
And this is a phenomenon not only to America, because I work with a lot of Indians. And I noticed all the Indian men I work with, several of their wives worked there. All of their wives were lighter than them. This phenomenon, like I said, it's whole caste system set up around the world because it's built off of white supremacy. White supremacy propaganda puts in our mind from a very early age that white is the default and it's the thing to be sought after. Whether it's financial whiteness or, like you said, appearance whiteness, hair, everything. We're bathed in this from the time we start watching cartoons. You go to the black doll, white doll test, and these kind of things. So it's just the effect of the mind control that's put on these people, and that woman probably lived ground zero of that. Even to the point where you aforementioned the other lady that worked as an assistant, she was taken aback by saying that she wasn't a Brit. It was offended because the lady was just asking, where do you originate from? And we got to understand this, like, it's like I said, it's natural occurring.
But hang on a second, Mo. I want to jump in. I appreciate you.
Anything else?
I appreciate you, and I respect your intellect. But I threw the Moors out. into the conversation, the great Moors, the rulers. How did we get to a point of white supremacy? If there were great black rulers going back to the Kush Empire and other civilizations, how did we get to the point of white supremacy and white glorification? How did that woman find it within herself to crawl over that ugly white man? He's ugly as fuck. How do we get to that point? That's my question.
Through the teaching of history, through the education system, through even when you sit down and watch shows on Nickelodeon, Disney, everything else, all the main stars are either white or very light skinned. You know, they condition our children. I have three daughters. You know what I'm saying? They range from, you know what I'm saying, several shades of brown, from light to, you know what I'm saying, medium brown. And it's even, I noticed it with them. And I was wondering, where did they get this from? You see what I'm saying? That they
Mo, I hear you. I hear you with respect to white people or Caucasians promoting themselves through propaganda and other things. Let me ask you another way. How did Blackie lose everything? Never mind what white people are doing. Never mind what white people, history, his story. How did Blackie lose the goddamn race worldwide?
Because we got caught slipping the same way the white man is slipping now. And he has people nipping at his heels. Just because you're on top don't mean you're going to stay on top.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's an effort to do this. And that's why you see the certain things going on, the MAGA crowd or wherever else. They're trying to get their top back. And they've been asleep for a very long time. You know, the same way we were asleep for a very long time. And like you said, the Moors were on top. They had white slaves. And you know what I'm saying? These kind of things. And, you know, they look down on them. I'm being very careful on your platform, what I'm saying, but it's just once you lose it, the white man understood we got to make their God white. You know what I'm saying? Everything about them, and we embrace it instead of it becomes a form of self-hate. That's why these young black men kill each other, because they know not dare harm a white person.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's so,
I hear you, Mo. I hear you, but I see it different. I think black people sold each other out more so than white people just being, you know, wicked and evil. So
that's true too.
I hear you talking.
Yeah.
I hear you talking, but I don't subscribe to we. I don't allow myself to be included in that we. I'm not just going to say, oh, well, you know, we got tricked, you know, technology. I mean, I say that to joke around and shit, but I'll give you the last word. I'll give you the last word.
And the thing is, when I say we, I'm saying non-white people. it's all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it's a global thing. But I just want to move forward. One last thing to the Pastor Whitehead.
Yes, sir.
And I'll ask one last question: is Pastor Whitehead the new gunner? You know what I'm saying? Because you said his association with the mayor, and they've been pushing that heavy in the news. You know what I'm saying? And he's facing 65 years for allegedly what he's done. Mm-hmm. And I think the most troubling charge is lying about a cell phone, because he told the authorities he only had one cell phone, but they're having a text that he'll lose to another cell phone. Mm-hmm. So that's a open and shut case, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that when you have somebody admitting about another device, you know, and you lied and said you only had one device, could they put the pressure on him to, you know, roll on other people that we've seen, you know, with Gunna and others in other situations?
Got you. Okay. I don't know if there's anybody for him to tell on. I mean, I don't know, but his ass is in a sling, and I'm here to smoke on his pack. So, Mo, good to talk to you, man. Good to talk to you.
Always, Star. I mean, I love chopping it up with you. I'll hit you up later.
Yes, sir. Salute, Mo. Okay.
All right, peace.
All right, Mo Facts tapping in, okay? We're having a good discussion tonight about a few topics here. And, yes, the Brooklyn Bishop, Lamar Whitehead, has been arrested today, if I didn't mention. And I'm not sure if he bonded out or if they're going to hold him I've got the charges and all sorts of jazz. His ass is in a sling. I have the Southern District of New York immediate press release from the United States Attorney's Office. Damian Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, and Michael J. Driscoll, Assistant Director, yada, 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 unsealing of an indictment charging Lamar Whitehead and with defrauding one of his parishioners out of part of her retirement savings, attempting to extort and defund a businessman and lying to the FBI. We've become so dependent on technology. We literally do it to ourselves. I'm not trying to say this guy's innocent by any way, shape, or form, but I don't know if he's guilty either. But these phones, as we've said on multiple occasions, are they can be the ending of many people's lives and freedom. That's what I'm trying to say, freedom, okay? Sit tight on the phones. I just want to comb through something else here. Did I mention? Okay. So the young lady who I met in Macy's yesterday, she's kind of on to me. I'm going to tell her tomorrow that I'm not Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game. I'm not going to say why she thinks I'm not Wallow because I don't want to incriminate myself. But I don't think she's mad, but at the same time, I don't think she knows who I am, Star from the Star Report. I'll keep you guys posted, all right? Gangs of Love got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, big I key crawling to the bussy. Hashtag power bottom. Okay. Alfred, I got your donation. Damn, Wallow, you clean as fuck. Hashtag Tip Drill Magazine. Oh, that's the homie Al. What up, man? Al, good to hear from you, man. Biggs tapping in. Thanks to Walmart, they told Gunna and his gift cards, fuck out of here. Yeah, I heard about that. Did he have a line of gift cards, or he was doing business with Walmart? Gunna. And they cut him loose. Rory, are you tapping in? Where's Rory? 347. Rory, thanks for your support, man.
Yo.
You there?
I'm here.
What's
what
going
up,
on with
big
you,
homie?
man? Yeah. Hey, how you feeling, man? We didn't get a chance to link up when I was up in New York recently, but I'll be back either late January or early February. So we will connect.
I know you was rolling with the heavy hitters, man. When you was up here, you was Red Alert. That was crazy.
Red Alert.
Yeah, that's.
I have so much history with Red Alert, man. I didn't even really break that down yet, but such a great guy. And he and I go back prior to me even getting on radio. It's a lot of noise in the background, Rory. Can you fix the noise? Fix the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red and I have so much history back when I worked at the label, so. What's going on with you, man?
Yo, so real quick, Red Alert. The first time I ever heard Hip Hop Star was they didn't really play it a lot on the radio, but it was on Kiss FM.
Mix shows.
After 9 o'clock, and it was Red Alert.
Mm-hmm. Mix shows,
It was
specialty.
DJ Red Alert.
They called them specialty shows back then.
Yeah, Lottie Dottie was one of the first records I ever heard. That's my age bracket.
Okay. Rory, do you got on a headset because it's echoing? Do you have a headset on? It sounds bad.
It does.
Sounds bad, man. You got to call me back or something. It's like echoey. It's echoing. It's crazy.
You can hear me now?
It's a little better. Go ahead. No. Now we got the echo again, man. It sounds bad. What are you doing?
Yo, I'll call you back, man.
right.
I don't know what the fuck is up.
We'll just make some adjustments. Where are you? Do you have a headset on? What are you doing?
No, I'm in the crib. I'm cool. Everything is good. Maybe it's your set.
Are you on a
Normal,
speakerphone?
regular calling in.
Are you on a speakerphone?
No, I'm not on speaker.
Do you have a laptop
No,
on?
I'm not on speaker.
Do you have a computer, a laptop on? It's echoing.
No, let me just call you back, man.
All right.
Because I think this
Call right
it's
back.
probably a connection.
Call right back. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Sounds a little crazy. Is it? How do I say your name? I'm just gonna say D. D got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Chubby sends a donation today. I bought a bag of rap snacks in support of Lil Romeo, Master P voice makeup saying, nah. Check-in report got your donation. A lot of the former child stars of the past would understand where Romeo is coming from. It's a possibility he's been pimped out his whole life by his father, P. That is a possibility. Yeah. I mean, that's something I asked objectively earlier, even though, Master P and I are cool. I mean, a lot of parents live vicariously through their kids. Hold on a second now. Let me just, what is her name? I forget her name. There was an actress from the 70s, and she wound up, prostituting and all sorts of stuff. Rory, sit tight. I forget her name, but one of the oldest child stars, I forget her story, how she wound up, but Shirley Temple, that's going really far back. I used to watch her movies when I was a kid in the 70s. So I just want to mention that. Rory, how about now? Can you hear me? 347, Rory.
Yeah, he was loud and clear.
All right, when I'm talking, there's an echo coming from your end.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you're doing something. It's not
You can
me.
hear me now?
There you go. That's better. You had on a speakerphone or something, man. Yeah. Sounded crazy.
Yeah, what's good?
All right, what's cracking? We're talking about the pastor, Brooklyn pastor, and Master P and Romeo. Where do you want to start?
Oh, Tales from the Tabernacle. Tales from the Tabernacle, man.
Explain.
We see this thing coming. We see this thing coming a long time ago. I don't know. It all ties into black people just, in America, they worship idols, man. Black people across the world, they kind of get dominated by different idols. This guy's a joke from the jump. He did 5 years in Sing Sing for the same thing he's being accused of now. He did 5 years in Sing Sing. These are facts.
Yeah, no, I know he did time, but was it Sing Sing, the Brooklyn pastor?
He was up at Sing Sing. He did 5 years for the same exact thing. Extortion, wire fraud, basically deceiving people out of their money.
Right.
That's what he did. And now he did the same thing again. He's being charged federally. And he made a statement, or his lawyer made a statement saying, this isn't even my style. Like, if you know, he said, if you know me, this isn't even my style.
Well, he's been arrested and charged for the same thing.
Yeah,
we don't know if he's doing the same thing.
Oh, shit, you just getting charged with.
We don't
know. What are
know.
you talking about? It's ain't even your style.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then you got the black woman kneeling down in front of the queen. It's the same thing.
The king.
The king.
Yeah,
all these black people kneeling down in front of these false prophets, man. They're all false prophets, and they fall for the okie doke. I'm so pissed off at FBA right now. We got this governor in New York, and she got 90% of the black vote. She got 90% of the black vote. And everybody knows we need a change over here with this no bail reform, you know, all the bullshit, letting the lifers out. And a lot of these guys are bad dudes. Not all of them, but a lot of them are bad dudes. And I don't know if they're just manipulating the numbers like they always do, but what was reported here in New York is they got 90% of the black vote for this governor. And all the black people I talked to were like, nah, we got to get rid of these Democrats. They're killing the city.
Now, hang on a second, Rory. I saw something this morning on 1010 Wins about the mayor, Eric Adams. Is he changing his tune? He says he's not concerned about new people coming in. He wants to focus on the people that are already in New York. He was talking about the immigrants. Is he changing his tune? You up to speed on that?
Right. Eric Adams is a quintessential coon, right? He's going to be another Kwame Kilpatrick. Nah, he's a coon, man. I don't care what anybody says. He's letting all these foreigners come in. They're destroying the city, right? We got homeless people up and down everywhere you want to look, and now he's talking about we're going to get another 30,000 homeless people. These people from El Salvador and all of that shit, they ain't got nothing but the shirt on their back, right? So they're coming in here. They're going to be homeless. They're going to be roaming around the city and robbing people, robbing everybody. What else they going to do?
Yeah.
They're homeless. They can't even speak the language. And he's just ushering them in, you know? So Eric Adams is a coon, man. I hope this other Lamar Whitehead turns on him. The speculation, I'm gonna say allegedly, Star, but speculation here in the city is that Bishop Whitehead was arrested because they're trying to get the feds are looking at Eric Adams. That's speculation.
Yeah, well, I speculated that earlier, but I don't know if there's anything really. Anything there,
right.
You know, it's just speculation. Go ahead.
Right. So, you know, Eric Adams is selling everybody else. This mayor Eric Adams, he literally on the news, he'll step over homeless FBA and white Americans and be showing hotels where illegal immigrants are going to be staying. High-class hotels, the Hyatt, all over. They got hotels in Midtown. And meanwhile, everybody else is regulated to the shelter system. Yeah. But these people have hotels.
Now, hang on a second, Rory. Before I forget, I don't want to go too far left, right. But also, Mayor Eric Adams is he wants to get mentally ill people taken off the streets against their will?
Yeah.
You heard about that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, because these people crazy as hell. They need the hospital, you know? Don't nobody want to go to work every day and deal with some lowlife on a train, ain't got nothing going on, and he's just going to flip out at any second. Right. No, that's the one good thing Eric Adams ever said.
Okay.
But it hasn't happened, Star, to be honest with you. It's only talk. Mm-hmm. You know, okay. And real quick with the Master P, also premium black news. Master P failed, man.
Say again. Master P what?
He failed. He failed as a dad.
As a father?
He failed as a father, man.
Wow.
You know, it's his fault. It's not Romeo's fault. Okay. Romeo should be, you know, it's 2000. It's about to be 2023, right? So it's clout over family. And, you know, if he would have played his part and would have been respected as a dad, then he wouldn't have his son clout over family. This guy had $250 million worth of money or something at one time. That's generational wealth.
Okay.
That's the hot word, right? That's the hot word, the hot topic everybody's talking about. Everybody got in their mouth, generational wealth. So his son's probably looking at him like, yo, you's a loser. We were set up for like 3 generations.
Right.
You's a loser. You was pimping off of me. He was pimping off of that kid since he was 10 years old. That kid ain't wrong. He should have $25 million in the bank when he reaches 18 years old. Yeah, Master P's a loser, man.
Wow.
Master P, don't feel bad for that dude.
Okay.
He's a failed. He failed. If your kid's getting on social media targeting you out, come on, man. You failed.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad for him.
Good point, Rory. Good point. I want everybody to speak. We don't have to, be vicious. I think that's a good point. He may have failed as a father. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, look, man, I'll keep you posted when I'm coming up there. It's going to be after the third week, and if it's snow, man, it's going to be mid-February, but more than likely first week of February.
Yeah, cool.
All right?
All right, man.
Good to talk to you.
Peace.
Okay, Rory tapping in. All right. Hold on a second. The Combs. Hold on a second. Star, you look like a professor from the old Uppsala College in East Orange, New Jersey. Let me hold something. Well, you may be new to the show, sir, because, what was it, Troll Babies? During the Star Chamber era, I wore white shirts and suspenders most of the time. So cardigans and white shirts are not new for me. I am a man of a certain age, but thank you for your donation. And no, sir, you can't hold anything. Chubby tapping in again. I got your donation. Thank you, Chubby. Folks, my PayPal information, if you want to contribute to the show, is at the top of the live chat. I'm thinking about doing some type of, what is that they do at the top of the live chat? Like, where they have those questions. I don't know how to do that, though. That blue box, there's a way to put like little animation things in there and questions and sell merch. I mean, we've already got merch. You can look in the description section to buy Star Report merch. But anyway, at the top of the live chat is where you go for support of the show, or Cash App on the screen, all right? Also, subscribe to Mr. Precise 8. Precise, been a while, man. Hope you guys are doing good. They go live on Wednesdays, if memory serves me correctly. Okay. Hi, Francine. I got your Cash App. Thank you for tapping in. I don't have a theory about the Brooklyn pastor, Francine. I just, doing too much, a little too flashy and jiggy. When you're that boisterous, people take notice to you. I see him as another Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas, and I hate to even mention those guys like they're such big figures in black culture. Sadly, they are. But once you get that boisterous, with clothes and cars and jewelry and shit like that, you bring the attention to yourself. So I don't know what his ultimate downfall will be, but he was arrested. Hold on a second. Wait, it appeared in court Monday. Okay, so he was released. Hold on, is this new? Hold on a second. Is this new? Was he released? Deeds, are you out there? It says he was released on a $500,000 personal recognized bond. Hold on a second. Thank you, Deeds. She's checking now. Area code 810. Good evening. Talking about a few topics.
What's up, man?
810.
What's going on, Star?
Yes,
Your
sir.
boy Kensu Keku out here.
Hey, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Likewise, man. Take a plane. Sitting in this dang on snow, 24 degrees. But
Your phone sounds very muffled. Can you make some adjustments, please?
How about now? Sound better?
Much better. Yes, sir. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 24-degree weather out here, but, I can't complain.
Jesus.
I want to chime in on that, on the Mammy,
Good.
and definitely on Master P, but I definitely got to chime in on the Mammy first. And one thing I want to say, because you asked a question about white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think white supremacy came from black senility.
Okay.
We got senile, and those who wasn't woke fell back to sleep. And we got those who sleep trying to lead those who woke. I mean, do we always ask people, do we really expect the niggas on the corner with the 40, with the old English to be leading us to the revolution? I don't think that's one of the things we should be expecting, and that was something that I saw.
Can I ask you to stop saying "we," sir, because I don't know your philosophy.
I don't mean we. Yeah.
And or ideology, and I do not subscribe to tribalism. So please, slow down to we.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Go ahead.
I'm not a collective type person myself.
Yeah.
But I feel that black people in general have become so senile that, especially when we were talking about the Moors, when you brought up the Moors, and you see that, the change and the transition of, I believe the black people did sell themselves out. And when I look at this whole thing with this Mammy and the squeal, the bending down, first off, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but either she was white or light skinned. She tried to pick her up off the ground when she first got down on her knees and said, "Girl, what are you doing?"
Right. Now, hang on a second, because you see, many people make this mistake here in America of trying to align themselves with Egyptians and Moors and different Arabs and things of that nature. Most of those people would not fuck with an American black person, whether you are
exactly
indigenous or whether you came over here, by way of a slave ship once upon a time. They would not claim an American person. So that mistake of always saying we, us, we was doing that. The Moors were vicious people. You do know that, yes?
Right.
You ever studied their history? Vicious.
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely. I got the golden empire.
I don't hold them in any high fucking regard. Let me just say that. So this whole thing about white people tricking, yada yada. I believe the Moors did it to themselves, and I believe that now here we have a totally different type of melanated person, and there are many things that happen here that people do to themselves. When I saw that woman, that woman crawling, I felt no connection to her. None. Zero.
Not at all.
She doesn't look like my mother, my grandmother, anybody that I know. And I just said, oh, look at this slave. That's all I thought. Look at this slave.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you 110% on that. When I saw that, I was disgusted not even like as a black person. I just felt embarrassed for her family. I was like, who birthed this spear chucker?
I wasn't embarrassed. I don't give a shit about her family or her lineage. I didn't give a shit about her.
I just felt bad for her. Because I was just like, why would you even act like that? What has King Charles done in your life besides just being a white man showing up to your job that you feel so obliged to get down on your knees and crawl to this man? I just don't get it. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that.
Okay. Any thoughts on Master P and Lil Romeo? This is a big
I think that was the thing.
Story. It's of concern to a lot of people because of the father-son relationship. I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but I don't have biological kids. And knowing me, the type of person I am, I wouldn't tolerate no shit like that. But what say you?
I'm going to say I have no kids either, so I have no dog in the fight on that nature, but I will say this much. From being their age, you know, like I'm 34.
Okay.
So I grew up watching Bow Wow, Romeo, and them, like, as an artist too, you know. I used to be rapping at their age too. So I look at it from this aspect of he's always been kind of bred to compete in a way. I don't think he ever had a real childhood or a real father-like nature with his dad. And I think he's finally growing up and probably, you know, he has his own kids. Mm-hmm. And he's finally becoming a father himself and realizing through his own experience, like, yo, this dude's been like, he pretty much, you know, been grooming me to feed off me the whole time. And I think that's probably what happened. I do believe that, you know, the whole thing on the taxes probably and everything of that nature that Romeo's saying. But I just feel like he's just now waking up to it. He probably just now waking up to it because you brought it up with the rap snacks. I saw that too. I'm like, wait a second, he got some cereal. He's still promoting.
Yeah,
he's still trying to make this thing. He's still trying to make it lucrative, as he should. You know, I'm never gonna hate the bag and hate the player or nothing of that nature.
Let me throw something else into the equation. Let me throw this out there. Maybe Lil Romeo has a lot more DNA structure from his mother. Maybe she wasn't a hustler and a go-getter. Maybe she wasn't built for the future. Maybe she was just, hang on. Maybe she was just good for a certain point to support the boss, Master P, the man with the plan, the man who got everybody up out of a bad situation. And maybe Lil Romeo's got a lot of her DNA, and maybe he's not a fucking man. Maybe he's just a male. And he never took heed to the teachings of a boss. And now we see a guy on social media crying, bitching, and complaining. We don't even know if Lil Romeo has ever put up his dick beaters in a fight. But go ahead and finish up.
No, that's a good perspective. That's a good little good way to see it because, I mean, at the end of the day, when you got Master P who went all the way to, you know, Vallejo and hustled all the way out West Coast, brought himself back down to the South and did all the things that he did, you had to be missing on something. Because I'm pretty sure the way he, you know, speak online, he definitely was speaking in the house. Right. So I do believe, you know, there is some type of aspect where Romeo needs to take some accountability, be like, look, and whatever happened. I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been public because you got to take the accountability.
Well, it is public, man, but good to talk to you.
Always, man.
Yes, sir. Okay. It is public. It is public. And we are here to eat off of this tragedy, whatever the fuck it is. Master P's a good man, always been respectful to me, but nah, we're not giving nobody peace and space. This is what we do, goddamn. Master P was explaining the situation to us with a box of, what is that, Snoop cereal or some shit right there? He's trying to tell us about the situation whilst he promotes a box of cereal. Folks, does anybody else care about the black slave crawling on her knees to old ugly-ass King Charles? I'm not going to hate on King Charles, you know. Just I don't give a fuck about him, but, you know. He looked at her and just smiled and said, she knows her place. She knows her place. It's not that we're evil. These people they did themselves in. It's better like this, you know? They didn't understand business and trading and civilizations. They really didn't know. It's just they were killing each other, mutilating each other. I'm just rambling. Pardon me. I'm just, going to the extreme. I've got some more sponsors to promote. And folks, if you are a sponsor and you're watching the show tonight, you can always tap in, call in, promote your business and or platform. Okay? On the screen, Pay for Play. It's a new book, Dungeons and Dragons. And in my community section is a link to that new book. Okay? Guys, did I mention Albie Shore? Troll Babies? I want to go left for a second. Did I mention Albie Shore earlier? Singer Albie Shore? Let me Google him because I want to be as precise as possible. I have the notes on my desk here. Albie Shore. Oh, this nigga here. Born in 1968, a couple of years younger than myself. Raised in Mount Vernon. Money-earning Mount Vernon. Hey, man. Sending you well wishes. We've never met. But I was working at WEA, Warner Electra Atlantic, when he first popped off. I forget his come up. He may have won some type of contest, some type of Sony contest. But, I was hating on him. I'm going to keep it so real. In Effect Mode. Released 1988, 3 times platinum. Didn't somebody named West produce that? He brought through this whole fucking swag. Who was the producer? Give me a second. Sony. Okay, right, that was right. Got his initial start when he performed at the 1987 Sony Innovators Award. Quincy Jones, Benny Medina. Okay, Andre Harrell, Eddie F. He came out of that camp. Kyle West. Okay, that's his cousin. Okay, so he's okay. Let me just say that he's alive, but he recently just did an interview. He was in a coma for 2 months. He had a tracheotomy. Glad he's okay. That's when they have to put that hole in your throat. So I don't know where his singing career is, but he looks better. I saw some video and some pictures. He was really in bad shape in the coma, tubes and shit all in his nose. He's got a beautiful family. And if memory serves me correctly, his son with Kim Porter, I think Diddy raised him. I don't know what their relationship is or you know. He had a baby with Kim Porter, yes? Anybody know Albie Shore? He smashed Kim Porter when she was a receptionist, if memory serves me correctly, at Uptown Records. I was in the middle of all that shit because, again, I worked at WEA, Warner Electra Atlantic. I was hating on Albie Shore back in the day. So he had on the fucking denim jean suit. Shoes with no socks and the fucking unibrow. Hey, you wanna be out for your own girl. Girl. You love me and you care. And all that bullshit. And then I saw him at Madison Square Garden. Albie Shore. I think it was Boys to Men. And that fucker Bobby Brown who ripped the house down that night. Bobby Brown looks like death on a stick now. Anyway. So I was an Albie Shore hater. He never took my bitch like Curtis Blow did back in the days, but I was a hater. But he's doing better for those who give a shit. You know, Albie Shore. And pardon me. And he had another track that I hated on. Give me a second, guys. This is all coming back. After that album, In Effect Mode, what did he do? He came back with Diana Ross. No matter what you do, I love you. Oh, the same. I think it was 1990, Private Times and the Whole Nine. Okay, and then Sexy Verses, that flopped. That was 1992. And Honey, I'm Home, that was trash. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, No Matter What You Do. That was the duet with Diana Ross, 1991. Okay. That number looks familiar. Area code 908. Good evening, 908. Got to pick it up. The number looks familiar. 908. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Brooklyn Giggles. Okay, I got to go. I can't hold. You're doing too much.
Hello?
I thought that was Brooklyn Giggles. Area code 201. You got to turn the laptop down. Something in the background. Are you there? 201. Sheesh.
Okay.
Hey there. Hey there.
Hey, Kara from Jersey.
Hey, how are you, young lady? What's cracking on a Monday night?
Hey, I just wanted to say I'll be sure also wrote some of Jodeci hits.
Yeah. He was popping back in the days. Were you an Al B. Shore fan?
Yeah. Yeah, fine, light-skinned Negro.
Can I ask, how old are you? How old are you?
45.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, he brought in that denim jean suit wave, right? Him and some other guys, I forget who, and the shoes with no socks on that fucking Miami
With
fight.
the nice, good hair.
Right. In effect mode.
Gel down, slick back.
Yeah. I never met him, but I remember I was with the girl. We were walking through Bloomingdale's one time, and he was with the girl, and he had on some fucking Gucci glasses, dark ass glasses inside Bloomingdale's. I said, "Look at this fuckwad." I was just hating to be hating, you know.
Yeah, they trying to be like him now.
Who's trying to be like him?
The young generation. No socks with the shoes on. Tight jeans.
He wasn't really a great singer, but he was a good songwriter. Yeah.
Yeah, more of an entertainer.
You ever see him live?
So he allowed P. Diddy to take his woman.
I disagree. Do you know the real history?
Well, I know he
You don't.
stepped out on her, had another baby.
No, you don't know the history. With all due respect, and she's dead now, she was just a chick that Al B. Shore smashed. He wasn't trying to wife her. She was a receptionist.
I think they were married on the low.
I never heard that. He just smashed her and just like, you
Yeah,
know.
they were married
On
on the documentary.
Send me a link.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know for certain, but I never heard that. I heard he had a strained relationship with the son that he had with Kim Porter.
Allegedly. The son aired them out on Hot 97 one day.
Shit, I'm going to Google this whilst you're talking. You want to talk about Master P as well?
Well, not too much.
Okay.
Not too much. Didn't follow the show that much where his son was always trying to chase behind Russell Simmons' niece.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so they were married for 1 year. And
Yeah.
Okay, and Kim Porter wrote Forever My Lady by Jodeci?
No, he wrote that about her.
Okay, written for Kim
Guess
Porter,
when she
pardon
was
me.
pregnant with their
Okay,
son.
I was reading somebody's Ebonic text. Okay. Well, listen, I mean, she's gone, Kim Porter now. But yeah, he's better. He had a tracheotomy. Did you see him? Bounce back?
No, I didn't get a chance to see the interview he did recently.
Okay. He's walking with a cane now. You know?
Yeah. Guess time caught up with him.
Yeah. An old star takes a licking and keeps on ticking, huh?
Yeah.
These niggas is dying. These niggas is having strokes, cardiac arrest, glaucoma, fucking.
Yeah, they need to go vegan or something.
I don't give a fuck what they do. I'm alive. That's the point. I'm still here. You know? Anyway, good to talk to you, dear. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Guys, I got to turn the heat off. Why do I keep forgetting to turn the heat off when I do my show? Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll be sure. He's still alive. He walks with a cane now. He looks very, very thin. Did he have some type of surgery? Did he have gastric bypass surgery or something like that? Some type of surgery he had. Hold on a second. Guys, I want you to subscribe to Devious J on YouTube. And in my community section, there's, I think we have 2 links, 2 posts to his really, really good music, production, videos, if I'm saying that right. He does great original videos to some really, really good music. Devious J. Check him out. Tell him I sent you, okay? Also, Urban Gorilla. What up, homie? Where are you, man? You can always tap in, promote your channel. If you got something new going on, we're going to be rotating your banner Wednesday. In the community section, we always rotate the banners once or sometimes twice a week. If you're a sponsor, okay, and you want to tap in, you're always welcome to, okay? Sir Shy, got your donation. Romeo Miller gonna end up like Marvin Gaye. You mean Master P's gonna end up like Marvin Gaye? Pow! Or no, pardon me. Marvin Gaye's father shot and killed Marvin Gaye. Damn! Hey, we don't wish that upon nobody, but that's pretty intense. M. James, star, can you answer 832? Okay, hold on a second. Good evening, M. James. Thank you for your support, sir. Where do you want to start on a Monday night?
Hey, how you doing, Star? I was
Good,
calling for the I think the African lady who was kneeling, Mammy.
Yeah, is she Jamaican or African?
So that culture. That culture is like a Nigerian culture, like they call them the Yoruba people.
Okay.
And even if it's an elder, say for instance, I go see an uncle. I'm not Nigerian. I'm from Sierra Leone.
Okay.
But I'm familiar with that culture. And with them, if they see an uncle, the children or somebody, even if it's in a high regard, they'll like lay on the floor, shake their hands, or if they want to welcome the groom's family, say for instance, in a wedding, the woman will go on her knees and crawl over to the groom's side of the family to beg them to let them get married. Like, it's in their culture for them to do that.
Okay.
To either an elder or somebody for somebody that they put in high regards. But I say that to say they do that for those people, but they'll never do that for anybody, ADOS or SBA. they wouldn't dare do that.
Right.
But yeah. But
well, now hang on a second. I can appreciate what you've just said, but it seemed like it was a lot deeper than what you've described. You know, different events, traditions, and things of that nature. But this was just like it was like, you know. A climax, a mental climax, you know.
Whether we want to believe it or not, even my parents, those people who were born here, like, I know those people can understand what I'm about to say. Like, our people have a complex. Like, say for instance, if I was to marry a white woman, they would be okay with that. But if I was to marry a Black American, or let me just say a Black American,
right,
my parents will probably look up their background, see where they come from,
right,
what do they do,
right,
like do all that stuff. But a white person who probably works as a post office or whatever, they will respect you. They will respect you.
Yeah.
They will respect the fact that you married that person. You know, so my people have a complex, and that's what you saw with that lady on her knees like that.
Yeah, I've had a few callers over the years that have called in, and we've, you know, addressed that same thing. We've got a really smart, nice guy who calls in. He was born and raised in the Congo, and he and I spoke about, you know, if he married a white woman, it would be better back home if he took the white woman home as opposed to the American black. Same thing you've just said. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, you're right on point with that, and I think you're talking about I forgot his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. But yeah, I just say that to say I've seen that situation in my own family. A relative who married a Black American.
Yeah, he's a good guy named Luke Caney. He keeps it very real. Luke
Luke
Caney.
Caney.
Mm-hmm. Salute to that man.
Yes,
but now hang on a second. Stay with me. So this woman fell to her knees and crawled. Do you think that she was, some type of consumed with a spirit?
Yep.
Now, again, I'm an atheist. I don't subscribe to spirits, warlocks, mysticism. But, there are some people who do feel that. And I can't say that they're wrong. Do you think that she was consumed by some type of spirit or something that just made her move on her knees to that grand white figure?
Definitely. I got to be accountable with myself. If I see a white person, I notice my behavior, how I behave to that person versus I see another Black person. I notice it. I know that it happens to me.
Yeah.
It happens to me, and I can admit that. Sometimes I have to catch myself like, wait a minute, you treated her way nicer than you treated that other Black person over there. Check yourself. You know what I mean? So I'll be straight with you. I think we all are consumed with it unless we check ourselves on it. That's just me.
No, we're not. I mean, listen, I was born and raised in the North, in Jersey, raised by a hardcore Southern Black man. He was in the Navy when he was a preteen and a teenager. He traveled the world. He was as arrogant as fuck. And even though he stole my white mother, as he put it, stole her from the cracker, he would not let me look towards white people as grand figures. And he said, tell me things like, don't ever let a white person, with the exception of your mother, pat you on the head. Don't ever let them reach out and touch you when they're talking to you, because they're trying to enlighten you with that white maternal hand. And then he said something that really fucked me up. And I've said this before. He said, if an old cracker bitch ever falls down in front of you, walk around and mind yawn.
Mind yawn. Let
me say that again. Hang on a second. This is not how,
Got you.
I talk now. But he said, if an old cracker bitch ever falls down in front of you, you walk around, boy, and mind yawn. So no, not everybody was or is under the spell or the grand feeling of white people. But get into the show.
My apologies. I meant to say me and those that are like me, those that are African that's born in America. That's what I meant to say, because I married somebody who was just like me, but she was raised in the South.
Okay.
And she's probably one of the first people that I've seen that she just can't deal with white people. She just can't. So I just say that. I just say that to say it's me and people that are like me that get consumed by that spirit. But I appreciate you for taking my call.
I appreciate you calling in. Thank you,
all
sir.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
He kept it real. And you know what's funny? Years later, a white woman did fall in front of me. I swear on everything I love. I was in New York City, walking on Broadway, and that theater, well, back in the days, Cats. This was a Broadway production. Cats. I'm walking, and a white woman, she stumbled or something, and she fell, coming towards me. Fell, pocketbook and shit. I walked around her. I walked around her. What my father taught me growing up in the 70s, whatever you want to call it, programmed, you might walk around, boy, and mind yawn. It happened. I just want to say that. I'm still promoting one of my sponsors. She called in, was it Sunday? Pay for Play. It's a new book on Amazon, Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Who's that in the live chat? Star, will you be eating some chitterlings for Christmas? I usually eat a small portion around Thanksgiving out of remembrance for the slaves. That's what my father taught me to do, to reconnect to the ancestors. They ate pork from the rooter to the tutor. I have no problem with eating chitlins. Yeah. Thanksgiving, I always try to put a little pork on my fork. Yeah. Keep you grounded. Anybody else I need to make sure I give some special light to? Jordan Wells has got a new book out, guys. Hold on a second. He called in recently. Jordan Wells re-released one of his books. I have it. Good book. It's called Logged Off. Logged Off, where he talks about just detoxing from social media. And we've had those conversations before, and I'm sure we will in the future. Sometimes you have to just take a break from this fucking thing. You know? Decompress. This phone here, if I can just make a connection to Jordan Wells' new book. What is it, $1,200 I pay for this fucking thing? Some type of G Note 20 or something like that? And, you know, I've got videos and pictures and shit like that in here, but I backed everything up this time. So, if it dies, fuck this phone. Fuck it. I'm not going to, let a mobile device, control me, But check out Jordan Wells' book, Tell Him I Sent You, okay? It's called Logged Off. Who just sent the donation? Booby Jane, salute to Bill Terrain, a real one. Sir? My father was an arrogant Southern man. He was the type that they don't want you to know about in this country. He was different. As a matter of fact, can I ramble a second? Somebody sent in a donation earlier about Kent Street and Durham, right? I learned from my father to swing first in situations. Don't let somebody get up on you. In the 70s, my father was a taller man, darker man than me, and he always carried a gun. I saw my father hit people in the head with his gun on many occasions. Boom! And I knew he was from Durham because he just, letters, family, yada, yada. And then we went down south. And I had that little situation down there at that community center in Durham. And those boys started to surround me. We're playing horseshoes. And that boy said, one of those boys, I don't remember, he said, he think he cute, talking all proper. Talking about me. I said, oh, shit. And they started coming to me. I didn't wait for a conversation. I was inspired by my Southern father. So I took that horseshoe, pow! And then hauled ass. That's something I learned from my father. Cut the short shit short. Just want to say that, right? Let me take a few more phone calls here. Area code. 916. Good evening. Are you there? 916. Christ, that's loud.
Yeah. What's up, Star?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? We're talking about Master P, Romeo, the debacle. You up to speed?
Yes, I am. Do you know what, Star? This is my second time calling.
Okay.
And I just want to say I am highly disappointed in Romeo because as a father myself, legally.
So can you make some adjustments? Your phone sounds a little muffled. This is your second time calling back tonight?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you called earlier?
No, I said I've called before.
Oh, before, okay.
I was the guy that called, way back in the day about, Mr. Smollett.
Oh,
But
I don't remember, sir. I don't know what the fuck I had for lunch yesterday.
okay, it's okay.
Okay. So
It's okay.
let's go.
You don't remember what you had for breakfast
No,
yesterday?
no, I don't. So go ahead. You want to say what now? Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just highly disappointed in Romeo because, as a father, if I'm a multimillionaire and I'm putting my kid in a situation to make money and they're underage, that is going in the collective, it's going in the collective. He's acting like he's not going to be in the will later on. Like, he's just, I know Master P as the guy that had the all gold toilet. I know him that had the movies that were classics, at least hood classics.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he put his son in situations in TV shows, movies.
Mm-hmm.
He knows Justin Bieber. So, and then he wasn't that not loving hip hop, but growing up hip hop show.
Right.
Where he was going after Angela Simmons, you know what I'm saying? They had this whole thing.
I forgot about
and
that.
we all loved him, you know what I'm saying? It showed a little bit of his father in there, you know? And for him to be saying this now, it's just highly disappointing, and I hope that they mend the fences there. I'm just going to leave that there as far as that's between them. But
hang on a second. I like your perspective. You say you're a father, yes? Boys, girls, how old?
2 boys, 1 girl. 15 for the boy, 12 for the girl, 10 for the boy.
Yeah. I commend you. I salute you because I've raised kids, don't get me wrong, over the years. I've had some beautiful girlfriends with beautiful kids. I tend to spoil kids, not to get in between how their mother was raising them, but just to give them direction. So I tend to buy them things and so on and so forth. But I don't know if having kids would be the best thing for me because I can be really fucking cold. I take after my mother, my Italian mother. I can shut a person down and never fucking speak to you again. Never respond. You know what I'm saying? And if a kid that I raise tries me, fuck you. I could see myself doing that. I could see myself.
Do you know what?
Son or daughter, fuck you, bitch. Get your shit and get out, bitch. Bitch, you twerking now? You twerking, bitch? Bitch, how old are you? Bitch, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house,
Star,
Go ahead.
that is a real feeling. That's a real feeling. And I will tell you this. With anybody that you've been with, any girl that has kids, or if you even eventually have kids, as a man, at some point, you have to show that kind of tough love. Like, oh, you think it's sweet? I will show you exactly how hard it is to be a man out here, and that is also part of raising a man and giving them that, okay, you don't have anything else to fall on. It's really all on you. And I think Romeo lost sight of that a little bit because if you really want to think about it, I wish my kid had Romeo's life. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was a multimillionaire being able to go here and make. It's online that he's 31 right now. He said he hasn't gotten any royalties from Rap Snacks for 15 years. Well, sir, at 15 years, you were still a minor. You were still a minor. You're still under 18 years old. How did you get on Rap Snacks? It was all of the respect from Master P. If you want to think about it, Master P has put his son in a better position. Master P came out with hood movies. Romeo was in Medea. Like he was in better movies or better quality movies than his dad was.
I'm saying that Lil Romeo is 33. 33 years of age.
Either way, 15 years ago, he's talking about Rap Snacks. Like, how you think he got that? So I'm just hoping that he realizes that and mends that it all comes out with, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not good, because we love that whole family. No. We love that whole family as black folks. But I will leave it at that. That's for them, father and son. And if his father is giving him tough-love like he did, then I'm with Master P on this one. You know what I'm saying? His son will come around. Okay. Yeah, but one more thing before I go.
Yes, sir.
The lady, the caller that called earlier said she was Nigerian, which I am. She crawled over, and you mentioned a few things about what's wrong with her? Why is she doing that? Let me tell you this, Star. It is. Go
ahead.
Star, have you ever met somebody that was humble, so appreciative for something that you did? Say you gave somebody $20 in the street, and they're like, "Oh my God, they fault. You don't even understand. You just saved my apartment." Or you gave me some money. You don't understand. You know. So that is normal in our culture.
Okay.
I know strong women in my family,
right,
with money, and they will meet their grandfather with nothing, and they will do that same crawl. It is like the
utmost. Okay, hang on, stay with me. Okay, so maybe, and this is the objective perspective.
Okay,
we're looking at this wrong as racist Americans. We are racist here in America. We're programmed to be racist. We're all fucking racist, and we're all some type of fuckwad at some point.
You ain't
maybe
right,
we're reading into this wrong, and maybe that black woman was just showing her appreciation to the royal family that did something great for her family or culture at some point. Is that a possibility?
Star, yes, that's a possibility, but also, as a Nigerian, I look for the come up. So to me, if you know she can write a book about this, know that she can go online and start up a whole YouTube. I met the prince, and this is what I did. She can have a whole storyline from this. That's number one.
Hang on. I heard you. You said, as a Nigerian, I'm looking for the come up. That's what you said, right?
That is what I said. Yes.
Salute. You see, I respect that. Yeah. Africans are about business. When you get right down to it, it's not I'm not your fucking brother. This is business. Slavery was a business. Slavery was a business, right?
Right.
Yeah. Slavery was about class, not we's all down together. We conquered your fucking village. You're going to be sold.
No.
You get out of line, we're going to hit you in the fucking head. And that's just it. It's business.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Okay, one more thing. Let me also make this correlation. When you go and meet the Pope, and he stretches that hand with the ring on it, do you not kiss the ring for the Pope? When other ethnicities go to see Black Panther and they feel like they want to wear, African attire just to show their respect, even though other people are saying, "What are you doing?" This is what they're thinking in their heart is, "I just want to show the utmost humility and respect." That's another perspective to it.
Okay.
So I don't think that there's a big.
I would not kiss anyone's ring.
That's all I'm saying.
Me personally, no. You stick out your hand for me to kiss your ring, I'd spit on the floor. I wouldn't spit on you, but I'd spit on the floor. Put your hand back. Fuck you think this is.
Yeah. But Star, I just want to say thank you again. It's always great to hear you.
Thank you, man.
And your knowledge, and you know what I'm saying. I just want to say thank you, and keep on with a great show. And I'm listening.
Salute, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. I gotta respect that man. He just said, as a Nigerian, I'm always looking for the come up. Somebody write that down. That was bars. As a Nigerian, I'm always looking for the come up. Oh, shit. Hey, Melissa, I got your donation. Star, please talk about the scammer preacher in Brooklyn that's all over social media. Well, dear, it's in my showrunner somewhere. Hold on a second. We've been talking about it. There's not a lot to say. I've got all the notes. Hang on a second. Hang on. I appreciate your donation, darling. We have been talking about that dark-skinned nigga with the part shaved in his head. You've always heard me say, don't ever trust a nigga with a part shaved in his head, okay? Right in the screen. Brooklyn pastor charged with wire fraud. I don't know if he's a scammer or not. He went to jail, so he was a scammer according to court documents, and he was convicted, But I don't know if he's scamming now. He may have been wrongfully charged. He may have rubbed somebody the wrong fucking way. Maybe he lined himself up, caught up in some bullshit. He's a slick, jiggy Brooklyn nigga. slickster of sorts. I don't know his true character. He might be a nice guy, maybe doing too much, you know. But thank you for your donation. Yeah, he was arrested this morning and he already bonded out $500,000. I've got all the information here. Lamore Whitehead, I never met him. He's jiggy. Gucci suits and all that fly shit, riding around, pushing the Maybach. Wood grain gripping. Hey, Miss Ruth. Miss Ruth says, Evening Star, supporting the Star Report. Thank you, Miss Ruth. Good to hear from you. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. Cash apps. Why do I have David Hasselhoff on my screen? Oh, shit. David Hasselhoff, who was the star of the television show back in the days, Knight Rider, from 1982 until 1986. This guy was one of the biggest stars to ever come out of Hollywood, and he was also on Baywatch from the 90s until 2001. Okay, when the series ended with Baywatch Hawaii, 2001. I remember David Hasselhoff drinking, or maybe he was intoxicated, I don't know. And he's in the living room of his home eating a cheeseburger. And his fucking daughter is filming him, talking to him like he's a loser. Anybody? I know that's going far back, but I just said, look at this fucking bitch, his daughter, exposing him. Something to do with the mother. Anybody know what I'm talking about? He was eating a cheeseburger or something. Okay, kitchen, not living room. Okay, thank you, Frank White. Okay, whatever it was, he bitch, you're in this fucking $3 million home. You got a bathroom with marble floors, bitch. What are you filming me for? Yeah, I'm drunk. I just finished doing some whatever he was doing. I don't know. And she filmed him, clowning him. Wow. That's one of the things that made me say, man, if I ever have a fucking kid and they do that to me, man, I will put hands and feet on you. Fuck out of here. Guys, sit tight on the phones. Maurizio got your donation. Thank you for your support as always. Franklin got your donation. Are you on the line? Did I speak to you yet? I think I did speak to that person, area code 916. We had a good conversation. 908, you're going to be my last caller. 908, you're my last caller. We're coming
Brooklyn
up.
Giggles. Can you hear me?
Brooklyn Giggles, my nigga. My nigga.
Yo, I didn't know this was a Nigerian show today. What's going on?
I have spoken to a couple of Africans tonight, and they have kept it so real. We may have this whole thing wrong about this woman crawling. Maybe it's not a racial thing. Maybe King Charles and the royal family did something great once upon a time, and she's just showing her appreciation. Yes? No? You're Nigerian, yes? Brooklyn Giggles?
Well, let me give my objective perspective.
Please.
I saw that video, and I had flashbacks of my childhood and the cooning I used to see when Nigerians saw white people. And, you know, the problem I have with that video is that a lot of the black people in the UK, particularly that come from an African background or Caribbean background, a lot of them really do praise the royal family.
Okay.
And it bothers me because they don't know their history. They don't understand, like, you know, they're technically German. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget that, you know, Queen Elizabeth, her uncle.
Right.
Her uncle.
I know where you're going. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Where I'm going, yeah.
Take it easy.
I'm going to take it easy, but he did He did. He was friends with Adolf. That's all I would say.
Yes.
So the problem I have with Africa, and I can say this because I'm Nigerian, so I can say this: they don't do enough research, and the people that they're like falling on their knees for. Yes, she is Yoruba. That's a different Nigerian tribe.
Okay.
My tribe are Igbos, and with my tribe, we don't bend our back or go down on our knees to shake somebody's hand.
Okay.
We just regularly just greet you and keep it moving. But the Yorubas, they always want to go on their knees and break their back just to greet somebody.
Right.
And it's crazy because she looked like she was being spiritually attacked when she saw him. When she saw the king, she looked like she was being spiritually attacked. She was cooning. It was disgusting. I was just like, my people. We have.
Well, now hang on a second, because I've forgotten a lot of stuff about African wars. The Nigerian Civil War, late 60s.
Yes, late 60s, yeah.
Okay. How many years did that war last? 4 or 5 years, something like that?
I can't really remember the exact time period. It wasn't that long though. It was like, I would say 5 or 6 years.
I learned about that in private school in New Jersey in the mid 70s. The point I'm trying to make, if there is a point, so there's a lot of inner turmoil that came out of Nigeria, in the last 100 years. You tell us, I forget, did the royal family or the British do anything that Nigerians should be grateful for? I forget.
I honestly can't fully answer that question because I wasn't born in Nigeria. That's something that my dad would know.
Right.
But from my understanding, the royal family definitely, they played a major role in West Africa, all parts of Africa. They have built a lot of relationships with the presidents over there in all parts of Africa. But the problem is that the world is changing, man. Like you see what they did in Jamaica when the royal family came over there. They were like booing them.
Well, hang on a second, Brooklyn Giggles. I see you now. Don't try and take shots at Jamaicans. Let's focus on Nigeria. So you're Nigerian, but you weren't born there.
No, I was born here.
Okay. I want us to continue this conversation at a later date and time. I don't remember. There was no real reason for me to study Nigeria. I mean, I went to a great private school called Wardlaw in Edison, New Jersey, and I remember the Nigerian Civil War, late 60s, but I don't even remember what the fuck why we addressed it. There's a reason why Nigerians are so aggressive business-wise, and they have no problem, letting Americans know, hey, it's strictly business. And there is, from what I remember, I don't remember precisely, but there was British intervention, something to do with Nigeria. So maybe that.
Well, the British, yeah. So the British definitely occupied a lot of our towns and cities at one point. There were a lot of British people at one point living in Nigeria, even before the 60s.
Yes.
So, I mean, I understand that they definitely conquered a lot of parts of Nigeria back in the day.
Don't use that word conquered. Did they come in and help Nigerians? Did they civilize them and keep them from killing each other? Can you give them any credit for that?
I mean, the British the British do a lot of good things for Africans, but at the same time, like
bingo,
it kind of bite us in the back when you think about it. Like now you got my aunties saying that they'll rather me marry a white woman over African American. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I can't support that.
If you ask me, the British did some good things for Nigerians. You guys got your weight up, and now you're talking a little spicy and greasy.
We got our weight up. We are the most corrupt country, one of the most corrupt countries in West Africa.
Well, that's how what you consider getting your weight up. Handling your own affairs and mutilating each other and shit like that.
I'm 30. I'm 33. By the time I'm 50, the Chinese will move. The Chinese will flood Africa. So what are we talking about?
That might be a good thing.
It's over for me.
Brooklyn giggles.
It might be a good thing.
It might be a good thing.
Okay. Yeah. If you say so. Oh, and let me just quickly talk about the Bow Wow situation.
No. Hold on. Before we go there, let's stay with me on Africa, the continent. What are your thoughts on the great General Idi Amin? What are your thoughts on him from Uganda?
Oh my God, you going there tonight? That dude was a lunatic. He
was a boss.
I know this is a Jewish show, so I'm gonna tread lightly. I'm gonna tread lightly.
Idi Amin laid down the law. You niggas is cooning. Line the fuck up. I'm gonna get your minds right. Idi Amin was about that business.
He was about that action. But remember. The British gave him. See, this is a situation where the British gave him way too much power. They gave him way too much power, and he went crazy. He went crazy. Even that situation when the terrorists attacked the terrorist situation, and many people got killed.
Too much power when he went crazy. Just get niggas in line. What are you talking about?
That dude was losing it. He was losing it.
Okay.
He was losing it, man.
Okay. Let's pick up this conversation another night. Okay. Bow Wow. Or you said Bow Wow.
No, Romeo.
Master P. Your thoughts, sir? Brooklyn Giggles. You're my last caller.
All right. My last thought. Romeo. He's definitely bugging. I think what he's doing is disrespectful. He's showing how much of a beta male that he is. I mean, but then again, I'm not really surprised because if you watch Growing Up Hip Hop, the way he handled that Angela Simmons situation, it was embarrassing. It was just like, damn, man, this dude is really showing that he's a beta male, and it's hard for him to like man up and just take responsibility. So what he's doing with his father, I get it. This is for social media. We all got to eat. I get that mentality, Star. Yeah. But he should have never posted that paragraph about his dad.
Yeah,
like your dad is the reason why. Your dad is the reason why you're successful. Your dad is the reason why people were actually gave a damn about you. Like nobody cared about Romeo until his father backed him up. At that time, we were still on that Bow Wow wave.
Ooh.
No one cared about Romeo. Can anybody name me a Romeo track from back in the day? Can anybody name
True Love with Solange? True Love.
Oh, come on. Let's be serious here.
Google that right now.
Let's be really serious here. We're talking about Romeo. You can't even name me like something that you can still bump in the car. Like, come on, man. Master P, because of your last name, you are relevant.
2002, Lil Romeo featuring Solange Knowles. Yeah, True Love.
Star, let's just keep it a buck. People only listen to that song because of Solange, not because of Romeo. Come on, man.
All right, I gotta go, man. Good to talk to you. Brooklyn Giggles. Have a great night. Have a great night, man.
Let me land my plane. Land my plane.
Land your plane.
Let me land my plane, man. All right. Bye.
Yeah, okay, all right. Brooklyn Giggles, tap in. Okay. Folks, thank you for your support this evening. We had a good discussion. I think we kept it respectful. This topic needed to be addressed. Lil Romeo, Master P. I want to make it clear, I think Master P is a good man. I think he went above and beyond. He's a different type of man than what Romeo has become. I mean, think about that. He got it out the mud. Romeo didn't get it out the mud, The hustle never stops. And I don't say that to be disrespectful, but it's always something with the rap snacks, the clothing, P. Miller's. I had P. Miller sneakers and all that shit, man. What else? The cereal. Was Master P selling fish fry at one point? Hold on a second. Oh my God, wait a minute. He's selling flour and seafood and fish fry. I gotta respect it. That's the hustle never stops, man. Master P told you, listen, I ain't no rapper like that, man. But he came out with that motherfucking track that set shit on fire, didn't he? Huh? You know we bout it. Bout it, huh? Put some respect on that man's fucking name. You know we bout it. 1996. Romeo, you're wrong. You're wrong, nigga. You're wrong. It's a violation. You know, talking like the way you're talking about your dad, man. But, hey, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow at some point, okay? And I'll keep you posted going back to New York. As I said, late January, early February, I'll be on Sirius XM. I'm not going to say where just yet. But I'll keep you posted.